remember the name of the camp is Back to Basics. So if you even get a piece of bread to eat, you should feel lucky this weekend.
Yeah, how basic are we going? Like cereal basic?
We have to hunt ourselves.
This weekend is really about how do we enable that community to develop amongst the second year students, amongst our candidate fellows. So the vision of the foundation is to develop these second year students to be high impact entrepreneurs, but high impact entrepreneurs of a special type. Ones who are very aware of their societal obligation.
We are all from different parts of life. We all do different things, but the one thing that we all have in common is that we want to make an impact somewhere as leaders in our own capacities, in our own spaces.
It's sometimes daunting, but at the end of the day you realize that through the structures that they've got in place for you and the people around you, it's actually possible, and it's small steps. It's actually small steps every day instead of one big leap.
Well, before we arrived on camp, before we got any briefs from the word, you just assume that we're here to connect something. You're not sure what. And then you get the briefs and you realize that the point of Connect is to not only connect with the community, but to connect amongst ourselves.
Right. The objective is, we have 5 minutes to make the longest chain. That's all I'm saying.
So they're going to be attempting to see which team makes the longest line while everyone's connected. So clothing may come off. Hopefully it doesn't get too explicit, but let's see how the initiative works.
We start from in line there, where that guy's standing, and we go to the goalpost and back.
Grab it!
1 minute left!
So within the foundation, one of the pillars that our program and our selection process is built on is called the spirit of significance. And it's really, the underpinning of that is really around how do you spend significant time developing yourself, grooming yourself, growing as an individual, but with a far broader connection to the societal influence that you'll have eventually.
So if I equip myself, I have the skills to equip somebody else and pass that on. And that is the aim of Connect, is to make them realize that they have skills, that they can impact the community in a responsible manner. And that's what I'm hoping they walk away with.
I came here thinking I'm here to help others, I'm here to brainstorm ideas and be excellent, but just stepping back and learning more about myself, my strengths and weaknesses, I think that's going to be the biggest highlight for this camp.
As much as the dream is about individual impact, societal change and significant impact only happens when we do it in teams or as part of a broader group.
So for me, spirit of significance is basically the whole belief that regardless of who you are, that you have some other role to play within kind of the greater context, and that each person can be in a big way very significant to, you know, the history of South Africa, to the history of the world, to the history of a small little area in South Africa, even if it's a small community of say 20 people, that every single person can have an impact. If it's one-on-one engagement or one-on-two engagement, whatever, it makes it far more effective.
The aim for them is to come up with a workable plan as to how to engage with the learners of the schools today. So they needed to come up with a full program, how they're going to keep the kids engaged.
Design a game for intellectual imagination, a game for the spirit of significance, a game for academic excellence, and a game for each of the pillars of the foundation.
It's just about drugs. Do you get it? There's no safe element. And then how practical is it?
Whenever we put ourselves forward, whenever we make it about ourselves, we couldn't move, we couldn't achieve our objectives. You don't need to be in the spotlight, you don't need to be the person that's leading the group, but just be that support behind what's going on. So the significance is overcoming yourself and putting yourself away for the greater cause that needs to be achieved.
I really did learn a lot about myself in terms of the fact that there are other brilliant leaders here, and there is sometimes a time and a place to just like follow and step back, and sometimes your contribution can be accepting somebody else's like authority or leadership.
Everything that the foundation is teaching, I feel I would have done an injustice if I don't go back and apply the things that the foundation has taught us.
for now.
Whoa! Okay, stop! I'm out, stop! Jij moet mooi luisteren.
Watch this. No smile? Smile. No smile? Smile.
Foundation teaches us a lot about entrepreneurship and where we can go in terms of making a difference. Like one-on-one, hands, like on the grassroots work is definitely something that I knew I was very, very much like passionate about and wanted to do, but it's just been reaffirmed here at the camp, working with the kids from Villiers-Torp. Yeah.
Honestly, I'm very proud of us as a group. I think we've done so much more than what we thought. I mean, we literally connected as a group, but we also impacted the lives of other children that, I mean, I don't even think we expected to touch them how we did, and we didn't even expect to be impacted by them.
I think what all of us, we came to the conclusion is that life is not about us. It's not about this self-center and me. It's about the effect we can have on others. And I mean, we have the resources and we have the abilities to do that. So I think it's for us to use that to influence others in the best way we can.
We're actually a family that's pursuing a greater cause of helping the Southern African community, and we should put away our egos and put away ourselves, but to pursue the greater goal.
There's a group out there that's going to make big changes in the community and in South Africa. I'm very positive about that.